here. So let's have another testimonial from Eric. Thank you.
Thank you, Hugo. So I'm in charge of a local company called EC Media, which serves as a task force in my city of Issy-les-Moulineaux. Let me just a few words about my city, a medium-sized town situated in the suburb of Paris. It is one of the major hubs of the French IT revolution. Of course, I'm saying that with great humility here, because we are in the most advanced country in Europe, and in Ulu, I've seen you are experimented 5G, but at least in France, in my city, we are the only one to be, for example, to have totally access to fiber to the home for every house, and it's for this year. And during the last years, we have developed a proactive strategy of innovation to build the local information society, which is open to all. And I will try to answer to the different questions with our experience, with some slides. Of course, we are experimenting new domain with the smart city, like how to be more active on consumption of energy with the EC Grid project. EC Grid, it's first operational district level smart grid in France, operational since 3 years now. This information system covers the consumption of an entire district, and it enables the analysis of energy production and consumption in order to advise and encourage consumers in partnership with, of course, the electricity distribution network to consume at the right time in order to reduce peak demands. Co-production across sector collaboration is for us a good example of the emergence of a new cooperation system between public and private sectors. EC Grid was created by the city and the French real estate leader initiative with the help of 10 stakeholders, mastering all strategic and technical skills required, like Alstom, EDF, Microsoft, Schneider Electric, Steria, or Total, for example. Another project is a familiar problem for everyone, of course, how to get from A to B as quickly as possible in our cities. Today, people depend on smartphones to navigate the complexities of city transport system, but if huge numbers of applications exist to help, most deals with only one mode of transport. And the availability of data from a transport system combined with ubiquitous smartphone use creates opportunities to make moving around cities faster, simpler, and more convenient. Issy-les-Moulineaux is partner for 2 European projects on smart mobility, Open Transport Net and eSIM, the European cloud marketplace for intelligent mobility. Open Transport Net is an exciting project designed to revolutionize the way transport-related services are created across Europe by bringing together open geospatial data within city data hubs and enable it to be viewed in new, easy-to-understand ways. Open Transport Net will create collaborative virtual hubs aggregating, harmonizing, and visualizing transport-related data in order to make it easier for innovators to create, of course, new services and applications. And once created, application could join the eSIM platform. It's a new solution to change the way we access and use transport app for the better, but Hugo will present you more further. We have in my city several experimentations in town right now. For example, with your smartphone application ZenBus to see where is your bus in real time, with the smartphone application Pass to Park to find easily a on-street or off-street parking slot, on with the application BPark to use your phone as a key to open private parking. And we will launch next week a new initiative with private partners like Cisco, Colas, Caisse de Dépôt, and several startups. The last point I would like to share with you is about open data. Of course, we know that we will not be able to build a smart city without open data and big data. But are we sure that citizens really understand what is open data? We start a collaboration with the Front National Center for Scientific Research in the framework of another European project called Route to Public Administration, with the ambitious goal for creating a social network linking citizens and administration on open data. Because we need to talk to citizens what is necessary for them, for various reasons, of course, to optimize the use of big data of dataset, to use open data to make easier the employment market and to boost transparency on local democracy or to solve big issues like mobility. As you see, we are working today on several European projects and we are sharing experiences and ideas with many cities in various countries. This is one of the most important points of our strategy because we believe that sharing experiences with other cities can give us new ideas and solutions. And we adopted very early the Living Labs methodology to involve the population at the very beginning of new services, and we are a member on the European network of Living Labs. So, my conclusion is ICT is the economical driving force of the city. Almost 60% of the companies based in Issy-Moulineaux are in information and communication technology, including Cisco System Europe, Orange Labs, Huawei, or Microsoft Europe. For us, the best result is to have in my city more jobs, more inhabitants, and less local taxes since we start our innovation strategy. And we think this is a sustainability. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Eric. I gave myself 2 minutes to give you a little bit more explanation about the ASIM project that we are doing together with Eric, an innovation project from the European Commission. Started with a very straightforward remark from Eric next to me. I'm done with 10 different apps on my iPhone, an app for the parking, an app for the public transport, and an app for I don't know what. So for my city, I want an end-to-end solution for smart mobility. And that was the start of ASIM that we are doing together, not only with Issy-les-Moulineaux, but also with Brussels, having the honor to be recently beaten as the most congested city in Europe by London, but I don't think that will take too long to be back on the first place unless we can introduce hopefully the ASIM solution where we put together on a platform the different mobility existing applications for paying your on-street parking, paying your off-street or finding a parking place on-street, off-street, the city bikes, the taxi places, the whole scheme of the public transport, putting together on one platform, but with not only as you already see some applications as informative, but as transactional. We are working on a single sign-on for all these applications and using the sign-ons or the credentials of one of these service providers. So 4411 is an online app to pay in Brussels your on-street parking, and what they need, your mobile phone number and a password, and you are logged in. When we go to a next service provider, perhaps they will ask for, when it comes to payment, of course, for your Visa card number and so on. So that's the build-up. Once you are in the city, you can choose, or the system will tell you, forget it to arrive at that place with your car, but you can drive until the B-Park parking place. That's our off-street parking provider, a small spin-off, a small startup company who is using non-used parking place, typically the shopping malls. Their parkings are empty during the night and during the weekend. Why not reuse them? So using the app as a key to that parking is one of the solutions we are using, not only in Brussels, because this same small company is working in Issy-les-Moulineaux also. So you can start a parking session You can even use the route planner to find back your car, because how many times that happens that we leave our car somewhere in the city and after a couple of hours you say, oh my goodness, where I was parked. So the system show you the way back to your parking place. But the purpose, and that's the most important thing, I have to watch my own time. The main objective of this project is not building another app for our smartphone, but we are creating a platform, but more than a platform, a mobility service marketplace, where we invite all these bigger or smaller mobility service providers to deliver their APIs, and these APIs become our building blocks, our Lego blocks, to stay in Scandinavian terminology, to build end-to-end solutions. So what we have on in our marketplace are mobility services like parking, public transport schemes, city bikes, whatsoever. We have data providers, open data. That's the reason that our other project, Open Transport Data, is so important. There we create data to enrich our mobility services, and we open our platform to all kinds of developers who can creatively use these APIs and putting that together to a specific solution for the city of Issy-les-Moulineaux, or for a company who likes to give their employees a mobility solution. And more in companies are not giving anymore their employees a car, but they gave them a mobility budget to use. So that's the purpose. We have a service catalog. We can demo all this during the lunch at our booth. We also try to, and that's also important, to push standards for apparently there is no standard for parking, no standard for open the gate of a parking place, produce a payment. So we have our webpage smartmobility.io to push standardization of mobility APIs. So more information here, and now I have to give the word to not a smart city, but a smart kingdom, the kingdom of Bahrain, where Nezar Marouf, the government manager, will present us his journey to better and more efficient